Another episode of Trap Talk brought to you by Craigoff.
The best shotgun in the business, folks. I keep saying it over and over. Get out there, get yourself a Katie.
We're not going to stop talking about it. Ricky's even got his shirt on today. And today we got to talk to Paul DiMiglio about the youth shoot that's actually sponsored by Craigoff.
Team Craigoff.
So tell the folks what they can look forward to today, Rick.
Well, listen, Pine Valley Gun Club in New Jersey is hosting their 10th annual youth shoot. Now, I say it's a youth shoot. It's a registered shoot. They're throwing 100 singles, 100 handicap, 50 pair of doubles. They got $4,500 added money. So come out, sign up. We're trying to grow this shoot. Craigoff's helped out with it. Their sponsor, Paul DiMiglio and the crew there. There's so many people. I don't want to start throwing out names, but there is several people that are involved and donate their time to make this the shoot that it is. And they're giving back. They're trying to grow the youth sport. It's a stepping stone as we talk. Every small gun club is where we all started. As I,
100%.
It's going to be a good episode with my good buddy, Paulie DiMiglio. Like I said, he's the muscle behind the deal, and he
is the muscle, and it's good added money. Just remember, folks, this is a shoot for the kids, so it's juniors, sub juniors, junior golds. Junior golds, ladies that are in that age group. They can all show up. Make sure you
23 and under. But yeah, come out to the shoot. It's April 20th. I'll be there. I'm teaching a 2-day lesson prior. It's already booked up, but I'll be in the area for about 8 days, I think, teaching. So I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to thank all the guys there at Pine Valley that helped me out. Bud Feeney sets up my classes. Ed Polini, takes care of some stuff for me. It's just a good group. Bob Hoffman,
bunch of good Italians. I like that. Good Italians.
Well, yeah. Bob Hoffman helps out a lot. Alex Deal from Craigoff, the CEO, I think might be stopping by. Hopefully Mr. and Mrs. Craigoff can stop by and see these nice young kids compete.
Well, with that being said, Rick, let's get to the show. Welcome to Season 2 of Trap Talk.
Brought to you by Craigoff.
Welcome back to another episode of Trap Talk. I'm your host, Zach Nannini. I'm here with my good friend and co-host, Richard Marshall Jr., and we have the pleasure of speaking with our Italian friend, Paul DiMiglio. How's it going, Paul?
Going pretty good.
So, Rick, give a little introduction for Paul and why we're having him on the show today.
So, Paul's with Pine Valley Gun Club in New Jersey. They're hosting the 10th annual Craigoff-sponsored youth shoot here coming up April 20th. So Paul's the man behind everything. There's several people there that do a lot of stuff, but Paul's the contact person, and we're just trying to get this youth shoot out there to try to get more people, to come. So, Paul's been with the club for a long time, and like I said, he's the muscle behind everything. So,
we like your little muscle.
To the show, Paul.
So, Paul, how long have you been working this youth shoot at Pine Valley Trap Club?
Well, like Ricky said, we're going into our 10th year. So we've been gradually building it up every year for 10 years. We started out first time I think we only had maybe 8 to 10 kids. And now our highest amount that we've ever had was probably 74 shooters. And one of the great things that over the past couple of years is we've actually not only increased the shooters, but we've also increased where the shooters have started to do more handicap and double. So we've been running the numbers with Craigoff, and it seems to be that these the youth is shooting more doubles and handicaps than before. So that's one of the things that's been really remarkable. And I think it really helps because we try to keep the price down for them too, so that the kids can enjoy themselves and try to shoot all 3 events.
Well, yeah, I think naturally everyone's, starting with singles. I mean, that's pretty common. But then once you get into it and you're like, okay, I understand singles, I want to shoot doubles, I want to shoot handicap. And I personally think that the more games that a young person shoots, the better and more well-rounded they can be in the long term. I mean, you agree with that, Ricky, at some point?
Oh, absolutely. And I think this is a great deal. There's not many clubs out there that, throw a shoot like this and guarantee the kids added money. This shoot's got, what is it, Paul, $4,500 added money, I think?
Yeah, we have $4,500 added for teams, and we try to keep it really simple. The teams are allowed to, on the singles event, they collect their 5 top shooters. It doesn't matter which way they're shooting. It doesn't matter what squad they're on. The teams just pick their top 5 shooters. So you don't have to put them all in one group. You don't have to have all juniors. You don't have to have all junior golds. It doesn't matter. You can have a sub-junior who had a great day that day, and you can utilize his score into the top 5, and whoever gets the highest score wins $2,000 is the first prize, $1,500 is the second, and third place is $1,000.
Well, that's really impressive amounts of money for a youth shoot. It's like so. Do you have a lot of sponsors that you've gathered to help make this possible, or how do you guys do that as a club?
Well, remarkable. Everything is donated by the members of the club. Nothing comes from sponsors. We have had in the relatively lately, Ricky has contributed now for our ammo. He's helped us out, try to keep the prices down for the kids so that they can buy ammo, and we also give ammo away for the shoot. But everything is donated from the members of the club. Long story short, all the prizes are all Shamrock prizes now for all events. The money, all the kids are able to eat lunch for free. We have hamburgers and hot dogs for them. Water, Gatorade. It's all free to the kids. Parents, we just ask for a minor donation, $1, $2 for lunch. So we make it a very happy family atmosphere where everybody can come out, have a good time, relax, and that's where it comes from. But there are no sponsors. Correct that. Craigoff is a sponsor. Craigoff helps us out with the hats. They've come on board and they'll have a demo area where we can actually demo the Craigoff. And I do believe, I don't know this to be true, but I do believe it has worked out to a point where Craigoff has been able to move a gun here and there to this youth. These kids have really taken off. I started to see a little more Craigoffs than I had, 5-6 years ago. So I think it's working pretty good for Craigoff, but they're really there to support the kids. They help us out with the hats, like I said, and Ricky's made a contribution as well. So come out very well.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. And, it sounds like you've had some success, started it 10 years ago, and then, grown it over time, which is, hard to do because it requires volunteers, it requires donations, it requires time, it requires effort. But it sounds like your guys' heart is in the right place for the kids because, a lot of it, getting people into youth shooting sports, having them fall in love with it, and then they come back at some point in time. That's that's building the future generations of our sport. I guess my major question to you is, what made you guys decide to start this shoot 10 years ago? Was this kind of your idea, or did you have a group of people that came up with it to you and then you just spearheaded it, or what did that look like?
Well, the very beginning, yeah, it was my idea, but it's been a collaboration of everybody at the club to come together to add things here and there and what works and what doesn't work. The initial thought process was my son, who started shooting at 10 years old, when we were going around shooting at all the tournaments and everything, there was no kids. If there was 1 or 2, and long and short of it, he became very mature socially, where he was around so many adults, and he wasn't actually socializing with kids. And I knew someday he was going to move on, go to college and so forth, and I wanted to do something pertaining to what he went through. He didn't have a lot of kids to play with. He didn't, at these shoots, there wasn't a lot of kids there. So I thought by starting a youth shoot for kids, that they could come in and it would just be kids only, and they would feel better in their own atmosphere. And the way this started out was I wanted the kids to learn from their coaches as time went on, and we allow the coaches that if the youth is doing something wrong or not appropriate, hold the line, tell the scorekeeper, help the shooter out, because it's going to get real strict when they go to bigger tournaments. And this is a building tournament. It's to help the kids. It's also to have fun and give them a happy environment. And as time went on, from that original point is where we started to add team money, better prizes, who added the food for lunch for the kids. And it just became bigger and bigger where everybody got involved. It's just not me, it's everybody.
Yeah, I love that. I love your mission. I love kind of where you started. Now, so everyone that's listening to the show can know, this is located in New Jersey, correct?
Yeah, we're in the southern part of New Jersey. We're about, I say probably 25 miles east of Philadelphia, almost in a direct line. We're in Pine Hill, New Jersey.
Now, is this open to any shooter under the age of 18, anywhere in the country, or is it just for people from your state, or kind of how do you guys select who gets to go and who doesn't?
It's open to any youth shooter under the age of, I believe, Ricky, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's 21 the oldest, correct, for youth shooting?
I think, well, that you can have junior gold all the way up to what, Zach, 24, 23?
2023, yeah.
Yeah, so
So-
you go with the junior gold.
Yeah.
So it's physically a registered ATA shoot. Then is that correct?
That is correct.
Yep.
All three events are registered ATA.
So it's basically for any category junior type shooter, junior gold, junior or sub junior, or as you would say, like the lady ones that fit into that age group. Correct?
Yes, yes. It's,
Okay.
And I tell you what, we've got a lot more ladies shooting too. I mean, I think one year we had almost 33 girls.
So now, Ricky, have you been to this place before, or is this your first time going this year?
Well, I've been there. This will be what, my third year, Paul?
I believe
I
so.
think.
It's your third year coming, yes.
Third year going. And so
Rick,
I go
you're
and do, go ahead.
you're going up to teach this year, also,
Yeah.
correct?
Well, that's what I've done in the past. I go in and teach on Thursday, Friday, and then we have the U shoot on Saturday. So I'll be there with a 2-day lesson, which is already full, and do that. And then we do the shoot on Saturday, and it's a great turnout. Now, Chrissy Bird will be there from Craigoff. As Paul said, Craigoff will be there. Chrissy will be there for sure. I think Alex might be stopping by, our CEO. I don't know if Mr. and Mrs. Craigoff are in the area by chance, but it's a great shoot. You know, like I said, Craigoff will be there with demo guns. It's, free lunch for the kids. The food's always good. As you know, Zach, you're Italian.
I like to eat. You're not going to threaten me with a good meal. So I'm looking at your flyer right now, and it says April 20th, 2024, 100 singles, 100 handicap, and 50 pair of doubles. Pine Valley Trap Club. Do you know what the cost is for the kids to sign up for this, or is it? I mean, how does that work?
The cost is $40 per event, and if you shoot all three events, if you sign up for all three, it's $100.
Oh,
And that
well, that's
includes
an
all the
awesome
ATA
deal.
And that includes the ATA fees.
Yeah.
So $100 to get 300 targets in with the ATA fees. I mean, so you guys are really giving these kids a great deal.
Well, and you get 2 boxes of shells.
Yep, you get 2 boxes of shells, a t-shirt, a towel, and a Craigoff hat.
And a free lunch.
They're eating all day.
Yeah, hey, I'm interested in just the free lunch.
You would.
Is it going to be like a nice sausage and peppers, or are you going to have lasagna, or what are we doing here?
Well, let's put it this way. We do have sausage and peppers, only for the guys that are working. It's not for the kids.
See, I knew there'd be some sausage and peppers with a name like D'Amiglio. Those guys don't live without a little sausage and peppers, a little provolone, you dip the bun in the olive oil. I love it.
There might be a few long knots too that are coming around. So, but all the people that help us score and load the traps, there's no labor paid. Everybody donates their time, and it's just a big event, and it's a fun event. Even the members.
So, is there a limit to the amount of kids that you can have? Like, if you have a rush to sign up to this, I mean, is there how much capacity do you guys have if you could get it? What's the goal?
Well, we'd like to see 100 shooters. That's our goal.
Okay.
We'd like to get to 100 shooters. I'm pretty sure we'd be able to handle it. We have 8 traps that we could run. Basically, we've been doing 2 banks of 3, which will give us 6 traps, and we have 2 more for practice if needed. But if we were to hit the 100 mark, all 8 traps will be running, and we start at 9:30.
Okay. So call. You've got your email information on the flyer, and we can get that posted on the show so that people can reach out to you if they're interested in signing up. Would you recommend people send you an email if they're wanting to come and they've listened to the show? I mean, how will you know they're coming, or is it better just to show up, or what's the deal?
Well, if you got any teams out there that want to come, you can do your pre-registration. You have my email address. You can email us the shooter's name, ATA number, his classification, and we'll get him squatted up. So you're already pre-squatted when you get there.
Okay.
And just pay when you show up.
Man, you make it easy for people.
Well, we got a couple issues. I mean, we have some people that are traveling 3-4 hours away to this shoot, and it's time. It's a lot of time that these parents are putting in, and I think when they get there, they want to shoot. They don't want to be waiting around. So we try to move as fast as we can, and we try to get done because some of these, like I said, you're going to travel 3-4 hours back home. We might not be getting out of here until 5-6 o'clock at night. It's a long day for the kids. So
it really is. It really is. But I can tell you, I remember because when I was young and my dad and my mom were starting to take me to shoot, and you know, the worst day for dad was probably like the Sunday handicaps because you know you had not only to shoot that day, but they had to pack everything up, and then you had to drive all the way back home. And then I remember getting home at like 10 or 11 o'clock at night some nights after the state shoot and being real tired and wanting to sleep in the next day. And then boom, 5 o'clock in the morning and dad's working again. And I'm like, you have to think to yourself, that's a sacrifice because it's that late time that you're putting in. But those were some of the greatest memories that I ever had, and that opportunity to be able to go do that and meet those people and shoot and enjoy the sport. I mean, I'll never forget it. And I know that there's parents now that make those sacrifices of getting up early, driving to the shoot, spending all day with them, and then driving them back. But I mean, speaking from experience, I hope they know it's worth it, especially if the kid wants to shoot.
Well, last year we had a parent drove 3 hours to go pick his son up in college. It was his freshman year. He drove 3 hours to go get his son, and then drove another 3 hours to our club. And then when he got done, he had to do it all over again. So
yeah, that's a lot of road time, even for me and Ricky.
I don't know about Ricky. I think he's on the road a lot.
Yeah, that don't bother me. That's like going down to the grocery store.
It's nothing for Ricky to hop in the truck for 6 hours. He's just like, hey, it's a good time. We're doing it. But, I'm really excited that we got to spend the time today to learn about this shoot. I'm looking at the dates, and it's April 20th, 2024. Pine Valley Trap Club, pinevalleygunclub.org for more information. Ricky, like you said, the 18th and the 19th, you're going to be up there teaching, but you are full as of now. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm full. Yep.
Now, is that just a youth clinic, or is that for everyone?
It's open to anybody. So I get youth in it, and then I get adults. So it's kind of a mixture, So
okay. So moving forward. Moving forward, I mean, I'm sure you fill out pretty quickly, but you're probably planning on going to this every year. People should probably contact you in advance if they have some interest in learning while you're there. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'll be out there. Actually, I'm teaching on the Thursday, Friday. We got the shoot Saturday, and then Sunday through Thursday, I'm at Delaware County Sportsman's teaching every day.
Okay.
And then I fly to Pittsburgh and teach there for 3 days. So, yeah, it's going to be a long road trip.
Busy schedule, that's for sure.
Yes, sir.
Well, Paul, is there anything that we're missing about the shoot or any message you want to share to the youth shooters or to the young shooters today? Anything at all, really?
It's just greatly appreciated that any shooters that we get, the club loves them. It's really good for the older guys to see the young kids out there shooting, and it gives them a lot of inspiration to help out and help these kids. It's just remarkable what it does for even just the members, let alone the youth shooters. So we welcome all shooters to come out if they can, the youth shooters, and I just want to thank the club and all for all they've done over the last 10 years. They really, really come through for this, and it's a big fun event. And, I just can't believe how much participation we've gotten over the years for this from our members.
It's amazing when you get good people around a gun club, how much they're willing to bond together and help out, because, we have these local shoots, and sometimes these local little shoots at these little gun clubs are the funnest shoots of the year, just because everybody comes together and they donate, raffle items or prizes. You have a potluck sometimes. I mean, I remember we go up to, Daniel Boone Gun Club here in Defiance, and they have a shoot called the Dale Cole Memorial Shoot. And every year it's honoring a fellow that passed away, and everybody comes with crock pots of food. They donate items. There's a raffle. There's a ton of youth shooters there, and it's just like, those are the funnest times, and everyone kind of bands together and helps each other. But at the end of the day, this sport doesn't move without everybody helping each other. I mean, we need more people that want to get involved, more people that want to volunteer at the gun clubs, more people that want to, help carry a little bit of the weight when it comes to picking up shells and putting up mics. I mean, that's the kind of stuff, because I can tell you, being friends with a lot of gun club owners, cost of labor is up, target prices are up, gun clubs are struggling to survive. And I think if we all love the sport that we love, we need to surround those gun clubs and support them as much as possible so they can be there for us, because they're doing us a service, really. I mean, these gun clubs are not, they're not profit mills. So you got to think to yourself, how can I help keep my gun club solid? How can I help keep it clean? How can I help give back so that we can have a place to shoot? Because gun clubs are closing doors across America every day. And it's sad because I know every time one closes, they're not going to open another one up. They're not replacing them nowadays. So, and these little clubs are the stepping stone into ATA and into the big leagues of trap shooting. But you got to have them so people have places to train.
Well, hopefully in the future, if, some of our big gun manufacturers and the people with our ammo and the targets, maybe they ought to pitch in a little bit and step up and try to help out a little bit when they hear about these new shoots. Maybe they can donate a little bit, and it helps offset the cost for the members and all who are already paying dues, who are already paying to shoot there. So, it's really great that Ricky stepped up this year. He helped us out with some ammo, and it's greatly appreciated. And guess what? We keep the price down for the kids. I mean, the club makes no money off of it. That's something for them. And we make the money off of the shoot itself. And if the club doesn't have any expenses, it helps the club out. But the bottom line is, it's an enjoyable game with the kids, and the members like it. So I know what you're saying, but sometimes it's not about the money.
You're right, Paul. And we also want to thank you for coming on the show, giving us your time today. Thank you for what you've done for that shoot. And really a big thank you to Craigoff for not only sponsoring our show, but sponsoring that event. So, it's a really great company. Their heart is definitely in the right spot. They're always there helping as much as they can, for, a company that's, in Ottsville, Pennsylvania, kind of a small area, and the amount of people that they've touched and done with the work they do is really, really impressive. I know Ricky tends to like them. I mean, just a thought, but
I'll tell you what, Alex, has become a very good friend of mine with this shoot. We've talked a lot. It's nice that he opens up his door to me to go see him once or twice a year. I've only met Mr. Craigoff once, and I'll tell you what, he's an absolute gentleman. For him to take out of his busy schedule, 5-10 minutes to come talk to me when I was there one day, it was greatly appreciated. It really was. So, it's an amazing thing, and I tell you what, I appreciate everything Craigoff does for us.
Yeah, Mr. Craigoff is a gentleman for sure, and he's done a lot for shooting sports all across the globe. And like I said, Zach, this club it's a small club, but when you're there during the shoot, you can watch, and everybody helps out. I mean, you don't have people sitting around like you do at some gun clubs waiting for stuff to get done. They get a lot of stuff done there. So it's a great club. You ought to maybe.
I love that. And, I've thought about like the future of the sport and how we're going, because, a lot of places they're having to increase their costs. And what a lot of the small clubs have done to reduce the cost, because you either hire people and pass it on to the consumer, or you figure out a way to get it done. But a lot of these smaller clubs that I'm seeing rely on volunteer labor for a lot of their ATA shoots. I mean, they're having people and letting the club members know, hey guys, we keep the price here on targets because we don't have to pick up the field. So please pick up your shells when you're shooting, or please, do what you can, and we do it together. And, if people, you can't have it both ways. You can't have, cheap prices on targets and not have to do anything. You can you can have it where, okay, the prices are less and everybody steps up and helps out, or we pay the higher price and we don't complain because we hired labor, but I do see a shift in, more people helping out around the gun club to decrease some of those costs to help people. And that's, I don't know if that's a bad thing. I mean, I think it's just kind of necessary, especially for these smaller clubs to survive. But Rick, anything we're missing with our good friend Paul?
No, I'm looking forward to it. It's coming up quick, so get out there, get signed up. We'd like to see a great attendance this year for the 10th anniversary, and and hoping that it grows to 100 shooters this year. Maybe we can get some more.
I think if they're at 75 and then we put this out there, I think we can get 25 kids to go in the area. So anybody in that area, share this podcast, share it to your page. If you're in that, drivable distance of this shoot, really try to make an attempt and get them over 100, because I think it's a great cause and it's a great time. So
that's right. Come out.
With that
and
being
shoot
said,
the
thank you both for coming on today, and we'll catch you at the range sometime soon.
All right, thank you guys. I really appreciate your time and effort. All right, thank you.
Absolutely.
No problem.
All right, good day.
We got to take a minute and thank all of our sponsors, because we wouldn't be here without them. This show is brought to you by Craigoff.
Yes, Craigoff. I've shot one since about 2006. Best gun out there. Balance, customer service, the people at Craigoff, top notch.
Everything you need to know about a good shotgun, that's for sure.
Yes.
We got to thank Winnig Stockworks, Custom Gun Stocks in Lincoln, Missouri. Nice hat, Ricky.
Yeah, I love my Winnig. I broke hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hundreds with my Winnig stock. But in all seriousness, get a hold of Bobby, Luke, or Bill. Get yourself a stock made. It'll change your shooting.
I want to say thank you to Remington. They've supported the show since day one, and they've supported me for a very long time. Made All-America team shooting nitros and STSs for many years. And we also got to thank Game Masters. If you're looking for a gun, Ricky, you can help them out.
Yep, get a hold of me at Game Masters 2. Call me, text me, email me, send a smoke signal. I can get you any gun out there. We carry about every brand available in the trap, skeet, sporting clays. Even carry some hunting guns, some hunting rifles, whatever you need. We can.
I'm going to have to try that smoke signal. I haven't communicated with you that way yet, but that sounds like fun.
You like that?
So for the next sponsor, Shot Tracker, we just seen them at Vegas at the SHOT Show, and they gave us some great insight on the product.
Yep, it's like having a coach on the end of your barrel. They got some new updates coming out that'll really change the game with the Shot Tracker, make it a little easier to set up. So get a hold of them, get yourself a Shot Tracker, and it'll help you.
Want to thank you to Shotguns West, Ryan Castani, for being our Pila sponsor. Where do you get your Pilas from? They're doing a great job. They've got the new frames out. They're sleek, they're modern, and they look fantastic. Also, really excited about this year's new sponsor, Outlaw Engineering.
Yeah, Outlaw Engineering. It's owned by Randy Freston II, R2. I've known him and his family for years. His dad's past president of the ATA. He does a lot of engineering in the oil field business. So get a hold of him for all his engineering needs you got, and he can hook you up.
Big thank you to White Flyer, making a great target and a great product. We've been smoking those all over the country, right, Ricky?
Yeah, they came out with a new Eco Flyer this year, so hopefully we can get to shoot them at some shoots. I know we did a lot of testing on them, and they are an awesome target, so a little alternative to the pitch target. So
looking forward to trying that out. Another thing that I'm looking forward to seeing more of is SOS Clays.
Yeah, the SOS Clay software owned by Greg Pink. Doing an awesome job. He's taken over the trap shooting world with his software. It's top notch. Get a hold of him for any needs you have in the shotgun world.
And last but not least, we got gun and trophy insurance. Rick, you got to tell me about that.
Yeah, you can get a hold of Cole or Larry Cushman, family-owned business, and they take care of all my needs on gun insurance. They also offer trophy insurance for all your wildlife trophies. To insure them too, but top notch. Get a hold of them and they can hook you up. Literally, it's simple. Get online, gunandtrophy.com. You can get a policy going in, I think, less than about 10 minutes. Very reasonably priced.
That's awesome. Thank you to all the sponsors. And with that being said, let's get on to the show. With that being said, Trap Talk listeners, if you love everything about Trap Talk, please subscribe to our page. Also, throw some likes on the videos that you enjoy. It really means the world to us.
Yeah, comment on each episode. We read them. We respond to them.